morning and welcome to tonight's edition of The Probe. The test run to 2024 appears to be here already. Tonight, we focus on Kumawu. The stakes are high as the four candidates in the Kumawu by-election, Kumawu A, NPP, Kwesi Amankwa, NDC, Kumawu 1 is what I call him, and then Kumawu 2. They're all battling it out for the seat in Parliament, with tensions running high and emotions at their peak. We'll bring you all the latest updates and analysis from the ground. We're live there. It's been a day of rallies and the final lap of campaigning as the whole government and party machinery descended on Kumawu to ensure an NPP victory, a situation some have described as a real test case for election 2024. Your election headquarters will cover every nook and cranny. We are in Kumawu from Bodomase to Bahankra, all the way to Asetrewa through to Pepiase. You stay tuned for an evening of gripping coverage as we bring you all the action from this crucial by-election. Don't forget, the late NPP MP for the area, Philip Baswa, was laid to rest yesterday. May his soul rest in perfect peace. We're live on Joy News, live on Joy 99.7 FM. We're on DSTV channel 421. Go TV is 125. My guests for tonight, my colleagues Ohiming Teria and Nanaya Ojima on the ground for us, covering it live. We'll also be joined along the line by the General Secretary of the NPP, Justin Kodia, also the Ashanti Regional Director for the Electoral Commission, Mr. Benjamin Banobio, will also be joining us for all the details. Abbas Nuruddin, NDC's Ashanti Regional Communications Officer, will also do us the honors and join us with details of what the NDC has also been doing. That and more in tonight's edition of The Probe. I am Emefa Apau and this is The Probe. Please do stay. We're right back and we'll get talking. Welcome back. This is The Probe and we're focusing on Kumawu as they decide in that crucial by-election, and all four candidates all set a day of rallies and speeches to ensure an NPP victory. Well, we've been interacting with first the independent candidates. On this we have Kumawu 1, the one who is allowed to use the bird as a symbol. We'll also be getting into all that controversy when the Electoral Commission joins us, and then also been interacting just a while ago with the NPP candidate, Kumawu as well. Let's first listen to the independent candidate.
The demise of Kumawu MP, Philip Baswa, necessitated a by-election to fill the vacant seats. In the 2020 parliamentary election, the deceased MP garnered over 14,000 votes, with the independent candidate, Kumawu, making 11,698. The NDC candidate who came third, Bernard Opokumafu, could make 2,439 votes. These results are, however, being contested by the independent candidate.
But to us who voted, and who are from this constituency, everybody knew that I won that election. And for that reason, I was bent on going to court to seek redress. Well, some movements went on and they came and apologized through the Omanyene. He's my grandfather. So when he called me, I obliged.
The independent candidate was once a member of the New Patriotic Party. He refused a call to reunite with the party after the 2020 general election. Mr. Dua explains.
So when they approached me that, hey, we want to know what you're going to do, they knew I was the right person to go. That's why they approached me in the first place. They should have asked me to go uncontested. And I told them that. I said, listen, if I contest with anybody, I will lose. Why? Because I don't have anybody to vote for me.
You don't have people in the polling stations to vote for you.
Exactly. Because they disqualified all my guys.
The NPP have since attacked his campaign, claiming the candidate is in bed with the opposition National Democratic Congress. Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Entwibu-Siakon, explains.
I have no MPP ni, but why to say Judas Iscariot? Say kwaku dia ni di Judas Iscariot. What are why kwatua? Why yi Kumawu ma? What you say?
He used to be a member of the NPP, but not anymore. He is a traitor. He can now be linked to the biblical Judas Iscariot. He is now in bed with the NDC. That is why his posters are green in color. The NDC knows they have no chance of winning the seat, so they are now relying on him.
Abroad no ho akoba NDC no yabema obi ahu NDC for no rely on it. NDC for nim say omunya 2800 and something. It is this election no anya de asaka NDC for no person omoba na mom kwatua kwakohunu omo ana omo amaniska so mama Kumawu ma na enko no ho because say MPP ni NDC parliament ni yaben.
The NPP has put up Ernest Yao Enim as candidate for the by-election. The candidates who are favourite to win the seat have stepped up their campaign. The regional and national leadership of the New Patriotic Party are busy in the constituency, visiting almost all towns and villages in the enclave with their message. The independent candidate is, however, unfazed.
So we leave it to the people to decide whom they trust, whom they can trust, whom they think can deliver for them. And I'm doing it with my own money, with my own resources. So do you think if the government gives me something for developmental project within the constituency or the community, I'm going to blow it? No, I'll use it for that purpose. And let me tell you, I'm ready and willing to work with all the stakeholders.
The NPP is expected to climax its campaign with a rally on Sunday where the President, Nana Akufo-Addo, is expected to be present. For Joy News, Nana Aljima, Kumawu.
Well, Ahimentaria caught up with Ernest Yao Enim, the NPP candidate, just a while ago. Listen to that interaction.
I can say that we have a very good chance because we lost the seat and we are poised. And as you all know, Kumawu is a traditional MPP seat, and it's something that we've been working on all these years. And since the campaign started, I've been working so hard day and night because we don't want to just relax and think that is our seat. So we are definitely going to get that. No. I've been working very hard, and you've all witnessed the number of people we have within the constituency. We have from our national to the region to the government officials. Everybody is here to help me campaign, and we believe that with the work we've put in, we stand a very good chance of winning the by-election come Tuesday.
The several polls seems to suggest or put you ahead of your competitors. As a candidate, does it make you somehow swollen-headed?
No, I'm not swollen-headed at all. This all only encourages me to work hard because I know that in politics you can't be complacent, and one thing that I have maintained is that it's not just about the win, but it's about the margin of win. So if you're able to put up a good show and we are able to get a very wide margin, then the good people of Kumawu understand that yes, I'm the chosen one for the constituency, and they believe in my capabilities and they believe in what I can do for the good people of Kumawu. So we are not going to relent. We are going to work hard and push to get at least a percentage that would motivate the government to bring more development to Kumawu.
So in your own estimation, what percentage will motivate the government enough to bring development to your constituency?
I am not going to put out any numbers, but what I believe in is that we are going to do better than we did the last elections, and I'm confident that we'll do more, and the government will be happy for what we have been able to achieve by the end of Tuesday.
Yeah. Your slogan is Nkabu Muhene.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Okay, so what we came to meet, we all know that there were divisions within the party in the constituency, and my vision was to try to bring all the factions together to try to unify the party, and that is something that I've been able to achieve since I won the primaries, and now you have all witnessed that the party is more united, and we all understand that we have a common goal, which is to defeat our opponents, the NDC and the independent candidates. So we believe in unity. We believe that in unity we'll get development to Kumawu. So Nkabu Mura is my slogan, and it's something that I believe that is something I represent, and a symbol of my humility and what I seek to do for my people. Yeah.
I didn't know that there was division in the MPP party in Kumawu. You are telling me. So where was the division coming from, and how far have you reached as far as mending those divisions are concerned?
Okay, the last primaries we had before the recent one, where Honorable Philip Baswa emerged as the winner, there were some issues here and there, and we all know that during the run-up to the election proper for 2020, not everybody, and what the achievements of the independent candidate Kwekudia was because of the division we had in our party, and we believe that now that everybody has come on the table and we all understand that we are one party and we are united for one cause, I believe that yes, the emergence of the independent candidate will be something of the past. Yes.
So assuming come this, Tuesday the electors vote for you in Kumawu to become their member of parliament, what new thing are you bringing on board to the people of Kumawu?
So I am bringing servant leadership. I am coming in to serve my people. I'm not coming to lord over them, and that is something that I've promised the people of Kumawu. And I am coming with new ideas. The ideas that I'm bringing on the table, people understand it very well, and I believe that that is the change that I want to. I want to come and serve my people. I don't want to come and lord over them, and I want to listen to them more. And that is something I'm committed to doing for now. Yes.
You may have your own plans in terms of the socio-economic plans that you have for the people of Kumawu. Can you fill me in some of the plans that you have for the people?
I have a number of good plans, but we are just running to our rally, and I wouldn't have enough time to run through all of them. But in terms of agriculture, in terms of our road infrastructure, we have issues. We have issues in unemployment in the constituency. So those are areas that I have very good plans to tackle, and I believe that once the good people of Kumawu give me the mandate, I'll be able to execute all of the plans that I have. Yeah.
That's what they call the Nkabum Henry Ernest Yao Enim there, the NPP candidates interacting with my colleague Ohiming Terrier. And like I've told you, my colleagues Ohiming Terrier and Nanaya Ojima are both on the ground covering every area for us. We'll also get to hear from the NDC camp on this. We've heard from one of the independent candidates and the other independent candidates as well, Kwekudia 1 and Kwekudia 2. But let me now bring in Benjamin Banobio. He is the Ashanti Regional Director for the Electoral Commission. He is going to oversee things come Tuesday, and thankfully he joins us via Zoom. We're grateful for your time here on the probe, sir. So first, let's clarify this. Let me first test your microphone and be sure that you can hear me. Welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you, and thank you for taking time off to interact with us this evening. Let's first clarify this. At least I've seen the latest notice of poll, and I see that one of the birds now is a whole. Let's get that clarity and clarifying this particular notice of poll that we saw earlier with the two birds for the two Kwekudias, the same name, the same kente, and the same emblems. What really was the issue?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. The first Kwekudia, that's the elderly man, he filed his nomination on the 3rd of May, which was the first day, on the 2nd, which was the first day for filing of nomination. And then the younger one, the 4th candidate, the same Kwekudua also filed his nomination on the 5th. That's the last day for filing nominations. When he came, the last Kwekudua, we told him that his symbol resembles another one that has already been adopted by one of the candidates. So he needed to go and change it. We advised him to do that, but he said that was what he has been used in doing his campaign, so he was not prepared to change it. And so we cautioned him that we will not at our level be able to reject it, but we will send it to head office for the final determination. It was sent to head office, and then head office interacted with him. We wrote a formal letter to him. He had a lot of telephone conversation with him too, for him to change his symbol. In all this, he was still adamant. The first thing we did, the first nomination notice of pool, was a draft that was sent to the commission for approval. And whilst we were talking with the young Kwekudua for him to change, we came out with this draft for approval by a commission.
Okay.
Commission looked at it and realized that what we told Kwekudua on the 5th was what he should do. And so commission also realized that he needed to change his symbol. Whilst we were talking to him, we also sent the draft to all the candidates for them to change or to amend anything if need be. That is for them to observe and see if all their details are correct.
Okay.
And so we gave it to them to do that. When we did that, the NDC candidate changed his picture because the first one he brought was black. So later, after we have reviewed it, commission needed to allocate a symbol to Kwekudua because he has refused to bring his preferred symbol. And that's why he was given a hole.
What's the significance of the hole? Interesting that the EC gives a candidate a hole, really. What's the significance? What's the meaning to it?
Normally, if you go to the farming communities, they cherish the whole, cutlass, and those things. So it means it's a farming community, and so farmers will like using the hoe as their symbol. That is why we gave it to you.
Okay, but apart from the whole, there are others. So it's surprising. Is Kwekudua himself, is he a farmer? Is that the indication that you have?
The issue is that we gave Kwekudua all the opportunities for him to provide one. He was still insisting that he should go by the bed. And he said that no, that is against the regulation.
Okay.
And so the commission was forced to use the regulation.
Okay.
So he was, the commission allocated one to him. As I indicated, formal letter was written to him. Telephone calls were made to him. And he was still insistent that they should use that same bag he brought, which was not according to what the law provides. And so the commission was forced to use the regulation. That is what happened.
All right, and that's out of the way. Now, let's talk about the EC's satisfaction with campaigning thus far. At least both parties and the independent candidates are all wrapping up in terms of campaigning by midnight tonight. Really, what's the EC's level of satisfaction when it comes to what you've seen in campaigning at Kumawu?
I should say that we have not heard of any violence.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/post. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/post. That's ZipRecruiter.com/post. ZipRecruiter.com/post.
Whether she's a pet mom, a plant mom, or the mom who raised you, celebrate Mother's Day this year with the gift she'll use all the time. Get up to $400 off Peloton tread, row, guide, or bike packages, and choose from accessories like our heart rate band, row mat, cycling shoes, and more. This is the perfect gift for mom to explore what gets her moving. Whether she has 5 or 20 minutes, she can choose from classes like techno rides, country walks, or an 80s row. All access membership and guide membership separate. Offer ends May 21st, 2023. Excludes Peloton tread, row, bike, and bike plus basics, and Peloton guide standalone. See additional terms at onepeloton.com.
Wendy's Strawberry Frosty is back for the summer. Because if it's summertime, it's Frosty time. Beach time? Frosty time. Tea time? Frosty time. Me time? Frosty time. Treat yourself to Wendy's Strawberry Frosty this summer and make time for Frosty time. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Now open till midnight or later.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary.
Wake up, people. You're optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level. Only from Sleep Number. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. See store for details.
Kickstarting your summer at the Home Depot is all about 3 things: saving, doing, and mulching. Make the most of our summer savings at the Home Depot now by getting 5 bags of Vigoro Premium Wood Mulch for just $10. Use it to make your garden pop and retain optimal soil moisture. And if you don't know how much you need, make use of the mulch calculator on our app. Summer savings means summer doing and mulching with Vigoro Mulch at 5 for $10 at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
In the course of their campaigns, and I think it is a good indication that we are going to have a very peaceful elections. Security too is effectively being provided by the security agencies. And Electoral Commission, as we normally do, and as we are mandated, we are also going to put things in place. In fact, all of them are in place. Okay. All the material that we need have been brought to Kumawu. The ballot papers, we have done all the packaging. We are just looking for Tuesday to start with the elections. But I want to assure everyone that Electoral Commission, as we are known for, we are going to ensure that the final result that will be declared will be a true reflection of the desire of the people who voted.
Okay, and your personnel also ready for this. What would you say the dynamics of Tuesday's polls will be?
Yes, our personnel have all been trained, and so they are also poised to deliver. Tuesday's election is going to be one of a kind. We are all going to be in Kumawu, and we are going to ensure that the right thing is done and that the candidate who wins is the one who is declared as the winner.
Okay, so the latest communication I know is that it's starting from 7 to 5 p.m. At the last check, I know that you had about 75 polling stations. Remains the same? Anything changes?
Yes, we have 75 polling stations and a little below 35,000 registered voters who will be voting.
Okay. Well, are you expecting a very high turnout? What does it look like from your estimation?
The way the campaign is being organized, I am expecting a higher voter turnout.
Okay. But what's your key expectation from the parties and the candidates and their reps alike come Tuesday?
Yes, what I want them to do is to provide effective polling agents, not noisy ones, for them to be at each of the 75 polling stations. They needed to be there, they have to be there to observe and also to ensure that the rights of their candidates are protected. They have to wait throughout the election, and after close of poll, they should observe the counting and then sign the declaration of results form and take a copy. That declaration of results at the polling station level serves as the basic document for declaring results at all levels. And so when they get their copies, they should send them to the secretariat of the agent. If they do a good job, they should just add them, collate them. And when they have finished, they will come back, they should come back to the collation center If they did their coalition well, whatever figures the Electoral Commission will arrive at should be the same as they have. And so what they need is effective party or polling agents. And when they have done that, they should also get some of them to be at the coalition center to observe whatever is going on there. This is all that they need to do. It is not about fighting, it's not about shouting. Just be observant and observe what is happening. If there's anything that you don't understand, the presiding officer is there. All of us will be in Kumawu on Tuesday. There will be a lot of monitors. You can talk to any of them. In fact, it should be after every 10 minutes, a monitor will be at each of the polling stations. So we should not worry. All they need to do is do their work well. I mean, campaign well, and God with us, the right thing will always prevail.
Okay. Mr. Banobio, we're grateful. I know we'll get to interact again before Tuesday and after Tuesday. Thank you so much, and we wish your team and yourself all the best. We're grateful. That's the Ashanti Regional Director of the Electoral Commission, Benjamin Banobio. They're giving us updates and in terms of preparations and what the dynamics of Kumawu on Tuesday will be like in terms of this by-election. Now, let me take you live to Kumawu. My colleagues, Ohiming Teria and Anaya Ojima, they've been interacting also with Kwesi Amankwa, the NDC candidate for the by-election.
That was also present. Other dignitaries or ministers and CEOs of agencies were all present at the MPP's final campaign or final rally here in the Kumawu constituency. I have with me the candidate for the National Democratic Congress in the person of Kwesi Amankwa, popularly known as Tom C, and he just wrapped up his campaign here in the constituency. I would want to have a brief conversation with him about his chances of winning this election. Mr. Amankwa, welcome to Joy News. For about a month, you've been on campaign, and how do you assess your chances of winning this election?
Thank you to your viewers. Our chances is very great. We're going to win this election. As you can see, it's not going to be a marginal win. It's going to be a landslide victory because Kumawu is ready to make history.
Today, the president was here, the vice and other persons within government were all here to campaign for the MPP's candidate. MPP pulled massive crowd here at Kumawu earlier today. I'm seeing your campaign. You've done two separate campaigns here today. Comparing the crowd to yours, don't you think your numbers are not as encouraging as the MPP's numbers?
I mean, this is political gimmicks that the NDC used to play ages ago. You saw the numbers and you saw the buses. So let's not misplace those facts. There's a lot of buses that came from Kumasi. So if you bus people here, you can tickle yourself and have a laugh. You saw our rally, the one in Oyuko, the one in Bodmasi. These are indigents. There are no buses around here. You can turn your cameras around. These are indigents who are going to force and effect this change. And it was the same in Oyuko. The MPP can tickle themselves and have a laugh by busing people to deceive people that they have the crowd. At the end of the day, come Tuesday, Kumawu is going to rewrite history in the constituency.
Looking at the numbers from the previous elections, it looks like the NPP has always given the NDC margins when it comes to the votes that the NPP is able to acquire in this constituency. What makes this time different?
What makes the difference is we've handed an opportunity to the MPP party as a constituency, and at this moment, for 28 good years, we've realized the MPP party does not have anything good for this constituency. And this time around, unfortunately for them, NDC has a candidate in myself, Kwesi Amankwa, who is an advocate for change, who is a visionary, who is ready to develop Kumawu. And now my message is gone down. The youth of Kumawu especially are ready for this change, and they are backing this change, and they are ready to rewrite history, and we're going to rewrite history. That's why the data that's there is going to be rewritten.
We are seeing an improvement in road facilities and other infrastructure within the Kumawu constituency, and the NPP have been touting this achievement today at their rally. What is your message to your people, especially concerning people who are being convinced by the development that they are seeing?
After 28 years, after 28 years, if this is all MPP can boast of, I mean, it's just pathetic. And aside from that, I take pride in what is happening because we stood up against the MPP. We are not even in parliament yet. We stood up and we are advocating for development in Kumawu, and this is what they can do to show. And this is what they can boast about after 28 years. These shoddy roads, I mean, development is development. They must as well do better roads. We deserve better. And the youth of Kumawu and Bodmase are crying out for better development, better lifestyles. We deserve better. We have a beautiful constituency. And the MPP cannot keep throwing dust over our eyes. So we're going to effect this change, whether they like it or they don't.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mankwa. So both the NPP, NDC, and other
that's Christian Mankwa there interacting with Nana Yao Jima in Kumewu live just a while ago. That interaction we just brought to you. So at least we've covered NS Yao Inim. He's supposed to be the Nkabom Hene and the NPP candidate. We've also been hearing just moments ago from Christian Mankwa, who's representing the NDC. Kwekudria, one with the dove with the olive branch. We've also been hearing from him. We are yet to hear from Kwekudria with the one with the hoe just yet, but as and when we do, we'll bring that to you. But earlier from the rally, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was present, and so was President Akufo-Addo, and party leadership amongst others were at this particular final rally to garner votes for NSC Awenim in Kumewu. Let's hear from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Number one, yes, sir. You will Nipa NSCO in team. Enim. Oh, Nim dear. Oh, Ahobrassier. Ombreno Hasi. Oh, Bojumadin. A Pessay a little ba, Rashabajim. Naomba ye, Makwe mine. Yenim say NDC Umunam Ho. Omusi yentu Obama NDC candidate. Omukasa ye refuel more now. And I say ye enjoying Mukai NDC Omo Ono Yeda Susumu Dumsomo Efienum Enyasa Omupesa Yasanko Dumsobium Musa Pesa Yasanko Dumsobium and as a Mupesa Onkofa a confirma Omuko Bokina Mupesa Monko a confirm Bokina Faso a confirm no NDC Brasso factories me no partner omutmisi here 2 and 50 NDC Brasso teacher for omutmi ejuma efie mensa na omutu omuka bosumo biensa ka sana peso ekono NDC Brasso teacher training allowance Omoikaso Yaba Yamfamba Yabusa Samusanko Watanwa Nursing training allowance Omoikaso Namopasa Sanko Omobaya Ghana card Omotumiye Utmi Manisika Vodafone Uko MTN now Omutumiye Sika free bank account Echo mobile account Omutumiye Zongo Development Fund Omutumiye Omutumi and drones Nedi Dro Echo Bia Omutumiye and MPP Yedi Ghana Yedi digital age
So that's Dr. Bawumia earlier at that particular rally. My colleague Ohiming Teria now joins us live from Kumewu, where the action is. Ohiming, you've been monitoring a lot of activities today. You started from last week up until now, and I know you finished it on Tuesday. Let's talk about the mood in Kumewu since your team arrived.
communities in the Kumawu constituency. Every community that you visit, you sense the presence of the by-election in those communities. Residents are either discussing the upcoming by-election, or they are clad in a political party or the candidates in the upcoming by-elections paraphernalia. This is an indication that the residents are poised. Usually on a normal day, you wouldn't have seen or you wouldn't have come across a retinue of security operatives patrolling the streets of Kumawu and its environs. But now it is visible. All these signs for me and the residents is an indication of the upcoming by-election. And so, yes, the by-election is all over the place, and people in the communities can sense it. And when you are walking through the streets, you can feel and also sense it. MFA.
To also interact with some electorates. Tell us what they've been telling you in terms of what they're expecting to happen on Tuesday. Well, I know because of the
from the electorates in the constituency, they. Hello, MFA.
You're telling me about what the constituents have been telling you. Okay, because it looks like it's a delayed process there, and my colleague Ohiming Teria is live in the action and will be telling us what exactly has been happening in the various camps. You've heard them interact with the NPP candidates, the NDC candidates, as well as the independent candidate. My colleague Nanaya Ojima is also covering another portion of this constituency for us and will be giving us details. It looks like Ohiming can hear me now. Bear with us because of the delay in Kumawu. But Ohiming, take us away in terms of your interaction with constituents.
Yes, with the electors in the Kumawu constituency, they are highly prepared for the upcoming elections, and they believe that come what may be, they will take part in Tuesday's election. For them, they are looking at issues that border on development. Once they believe the New Patriotic Party has tackled one of the main issues that affects the lives of the people in this constituency, that is road network. They believe that for those who want to vote for the MPP candidate, that will be the starting point for them to take that decision. And there are others who think that the NDC is the best option as far as the Tuesday's elections are concerned. And for them, they want to vote for the NDC because they believe strongly, as said by the former president John Dramani Mahama, that most of the developments that the people in Kumawu constituency have enjoyed had all come from the NDC. Mentioning the can be made of the Kumawu water project, the Kumawu Drobonso Road, Kumawu Agogo Road, electricity has been enumerated by the National Democratic Congress. And there are others who also believe that the independent candidates in the person of Kokudia, who contested the late Philip Baswa in 2020 elections and pulled 11,000 plus votes, representing about 39%, is their best choice when it comes to Tuesday's by-election. They believe that had it not been the pressure from him, the independent candidate, the MPP wouldn't have been on its toes to extend the road construction projects to Kumawu in these last few weeks. And the others who also believe that they are going to vote, but they wouldn't want to tell me whom they will be voting for in the upcoming elections. Let me find out from these two electors here. Papa Majo. Yeah. Yo, mami misa say why am I say a brother e be obeto abano. E beto abano. Yo. Obeto abano a die na be ma wo Odi kwato aban ballot box mu a wokoto aban de pa na e kire wo se we ntina ese wo gina so to aban.
De ntia mi gina so to aban se NDC abako ana MPP nso aba. Na MPP ba ye no empuso anu amoye ma kuma oman no. NDC nye bi da because ma to ba firi adubu ahempe so. Bensa na Lawrence wo ho Lawrence ntimi amoye. Kofo ba ye wo boa ye. Akufu ado nso aba obo amoba mo hwe kotal first year form kwa ne na manam kwai ene year form kwai ya guso ya kwa na ya de ka ene man pipi abai papa ene ntinya ya adoma e brada ya beto aba no ama ya wanim ama no asaba na obeto adwuma ne so na ndisi de mo nya wo mo adwen se kuma ma pa de o mo boa.
All right, MFA, this man tells me when he goes to the polls Tuesday to cast his ballot, development projects in this constituency is what will inform his vote, and then he is going to cast his ballot for the new Patriotic Party's candidate in the person of Yawanim. He believes that MPP has performed creditably in this constituency than the National Democratic Congress. He mentioned the ongoing road construction projects, and then the fact that in the past their road, the pathway to their farms used to be a walk path, but now a walking path. But now they have all been constructed and tarred, so they can go to their farms easily, cut their produce to the market. So that is what is going to inform his decision come Tuesday. Now, my main question said that what you also what my MPP now when you say independent candidates, you know, obeti me the anya agumugari.
Oh, one day, one to me. But first in Nantawa party no say ya wanim ba no wakaya nyina abom wakaya nyina ba onde wonyina ncha kura wonsum mo wa hanu brada mo behu said ya ba no besi yakọ ya tunu boom boom boom.
All right, MFA, he tells me the independent candidate used to be a threat to the New Patriotic Party because there were some cracks in the party which has been mended now, and now there's unity in the New Patriotic Party. So definitely the independent candidate will never be a threat to the MPP's candidates. Let me find out from this man here. Papa, let me say, Branda, what to Abanibi?
Matubi.
Oko to Abana, at the end, they say, Ukraine, I'm walking to Abana.
Mille Minina, so I say, NDC, or Bayern. Mr. Azumu, Punto Biaway, Lemo Yakra from Wayako, and a man who say MPP or Mam Papa. He said, Sisi Yamanoka said, Baby, is here, quote Tala, Ignacio Akran, MPP layers wagman. And Yadia, Yatun Atonachina, Ama NDC, MPP Nan Leko, and the MPP the one. MPP the one. He says, I will go to the national. I want a phone crying in our Yamay. I didn't say what was a Maubi. A be again say, by election, nobody tea, and I yes, a quine in our Amao. And Tessa, Sadi and Tessa, or my Guinea, and now, Sa Bessiano Crana, at the order die, a quaji and NDC. And to put it my Basua Bedibi, Ubia Bedibi. But Omnia MPP, Yampanka, Yan and Kiafrim, and the MPP, Kumomina, Yakulum, Yakulamuke, Ayam. It is all cost roba from one. Aqualakate Kraba, or one who will be the MPP.
All right. So this man tells me MPP will carry the day, come this Tuesday. All that they know is New Patriotic Party and nothing else, because they have seen enough development right from the era of the late MP Philip Baswa. During his tenure, he provided residents here in Kumawu constituency with some developmental projects, and he believes that it's been continued as we speak. And he's giving me an example of the road construction where we are now. The place has been tarred, so he believes that once the MPP, even if they present a child as a candidate, for some people, for him and other people, definitely they will vote for the New Patriotic Party. So in the Kumawu constituency, opinions are divided. Earlier on, when my colleague Nanaya Jima engaged some of the electors, especially those who are branded themselves in MPP and NDC, they shared diverse opinions. But in this township here, the people, majority of them appear to have made up their mind to vote for the New Patriotic Party, MFR.
To you shortly. I know Nanaya is also covering another area. I'll come to you shortly, but let me interact now with Abbas Nuruddin, who is the Ashanti Regional NDC Communications Officer. Thankfully, he joins us via phone from Kumawu as well. Thank you so much for your time this evening, Abbas. Can you hear me, Abbas Nuruddin? Welcome.
Hello.
Abbas Nuruddin, welcome. Hello, Abbas. We'll work the lines again, and Abbas Nuruddin is the NDC's Ashanti Regional Communications Officer. Also join us shortly with what the NDC. Abbas, can you hear me now? Welcome.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you very much, Senator.
Great to have you here on the show. So from what your candidate has been telling us, Kwesi Amankwa, Kumawu will rewrite history come Tuesday. We've been hearing from some of the constituents as well, some of them saying that it is going to be boom, boom, boom for the NPP. But let's talk about how the NDC intends to rewrite this history in Kumawu.
Well, thank you very much, and let me say good evening to your cherished listeners, MFA. And if you have taken time to look at the political history of Kumawu, you will realize that under normal circumstances and in normal times, the Kumawu constituency is supposed to be a stronghold for the MPP. Mm-hmm. Since 1996, the MPP as a political party has had an average of about 70% in any national election in Kumawu. So, like I said, in good times, the Kumawu constituency is supposed to be a safe seat for the MPP. But the situation now is a bit different. Because if you go to Kumawu now, almost all the life-changing development projects in Kumawu were initiated by the NDC. I was on the line and listening to the people or him interviewed, and you could tell that these are hardcore MPP supporters who want to be economical with the truth. And if you go to Kumawu, the Kumawu constituency adjoins 4 constituencies, and all the major road networks that connect Kumawu to all these constituencies were constructed by the NDC. The first road is from Kumawu Metro to a town called Bahankra to Aboko. It's about like 20 kilometers stretch of road. This was constructed by the NDC. The other road is from Kumawu through Temate, through the Bonfokri Forest Reserve to Drobonso. It's about a 40 kilometer stretch of road. This road was constructed by the NDC. The other road is from Kumawu through Pekiase to Kwamai. This road was also constructed by the NDC. The 120-bed district hospital in Kumawu was initiated by former President John Dramani Mahama. And historically, Kumawu has had acute water problem because of the mountainous and the undulating nature of their landscape. It took the NDC through the K3 water project by a facility, a $120 million facility from Israel to ensure that the people of Kumawu are able to get safe drinking water.
Okay.
Today.
But with all these achievements that you outline, at least, we've been hearing from some of the constituents, you say you've been describing them as hardcore NPP supporters who you say are being economical with the troop. But let me find out, if you've done all this in the area and you know the strength of the NPP in that particular constituency, how come you did not rewrite that history in the previous election and the other election, but you are hoping to do this in this particular by-election? What makes you so sure that you are able to do so?
The people of Kumawu, I've been in Kumawu for the past 2 weeks, and what the constituents are saying, that the MPP has taken the Kumawu constituency and Ashanti region in general for granted. They have diligently voted for the MPP since 1990. And it appears the MPP have taken their political allegiance for granted. They don't do anything in that constituency. So they want to go with the NDC in this by-election. One, to send a signal to the MPP that they cannot continue to take the good people of Kumawu for granted, and to also appreciate the NDC for the monumental development projects they have brought to Kumawu. You know, in the Ashanti region, there are certain socio-cultural factors that influence the voting choices of people, some of which are not some of these factors are not readily ascertainable by political watchers. Some of these are due to issues that happened during the PNDC era, the excesses of the PNDC era, in which some people felt the PNDC targeted Ashantis and all of that. But now the middle class, the young middle class Ashantis who do not connect to these PNDC excesses, do not see why they should continue to be blind followers of a political party if even they do not bring them development. And now the candidate we have, in the person of Kwesi Amankwa, is a royal of Kumawu. His father was the Giant Wahine of Kumawu. His mother is from Kumawu, Bodomase, is well-traveled, well-exposed, and he seems to be connecting with the people very well. So it is on this basis that we believe that come Tuesday, 23rd May, there is going to be a huge political aspect in the Kumawu by-election. And the fact that you see MPP star was going into the constituency, emotionally blackmailing people.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/post. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/post. That's ZipRecruiter.com/post. ZipRecruiter.com/post.
Wendy's Strawberry Frosty is back for the summer. Because if it's summertime, it's Frosty time. Beach time? Frosty time. Tea time? Frosty time. Me time? Frosty time. Treat yourself to Wendy's Strawberry Frosty this summer and make time for Frosty time. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Now open till midnight or later.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary.
Wake up, people. You're optimizing every waking hour of your life, from carpooling kids to work to friends and everything in between. You have to get sleep and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. See store for details.
The areas that almost all of the aspirants within the election will be eyeing to get more votes from. I have with me here some of the electorates within Bodomase, and they'll be speaking to me about their expectations in this election. Gentlemen, kindly come forward. So I know, sir, we NDC new have also rally na say na when you Japan wo say Argentina we so expectant say NDC be win this seat. Mra enyim say ahanye areas NDC to win election.
No na me pa cho from me kwaku wusu. E no na ye bompa ye say NDC fo be win this seat we. Asehire ne say ye ensuo aye problem kese ma yen. If you saw the man come bad there, baby, you better not ye problem ensuo. Ebrade adom owura John Dramani Mahama e better na Ghana konwa sesa mampani Kumoman wa mbese ye boso obeye nsuo kura mayen wa amfa nka ne policy ho nanso esa amamuo papa ana onim se oyo mampani esese oye bibia de ma oman a yati musa mampani no odwene kumoman ho obeye nsuo e de ma kumoman a bible kura kire yense nsuo e ye nkwa se mi nuan pipi for kura kasa omu bedi adanse yese anopai kro mu abai okay anopai omu esole yi omu abu pipe dwale ena omu asha pipi atale so omu kwa rally enu nti sade we omampani mahama be ye yenti me kwakus me mpai bone se enka NDC be wi ni sa city we se me pa chawo se abosomfo omo eba ma akonfo nese enkramofo enso so Mohammed Bama omnyankopon asomdue nka wo mo nese Christopher enso so omo ba Christo Bama Christopher a owura Dramani Mahama Obama kumo mindset kumo ajenkwa bedawasi.
So Mr. Kofi also is simply saying that under the tenure of John Dramani Mahama, he was able to provide potable drinking water to the people of Kumawu, and for that matter, he is convinced that the people of Kumawu appreciate John Mahama's efforts to get them water and vote massively for the NDC candidate come Tuesday here within the Kumawu constituency. I have with me some of the NPP faithfuls, and I will be also taking his thoughts. Papa, MPP mobile just within period I ever to election way. Amani penny be as you say enka sa by election among MPP for enka mungu kwa na enunti ebi say omo person beto akọ MPP side. So some region would saying.
The frame omama kwadwo for me MPP ni mapa. Se enipa bi kasa enye no kore. Die enti enye no kore ni se sa akoye ewo hoyi contract na ho dada. Na ebia na de wo ka na onim. Enye se by election by na sa akoye ye be ye anase e begu krom ha kwai. Na enti die enti omo ye krom no mu no. Ene se by election na e ba no. E wo se yetimi ye krom yie. Na mfuturo ne enuma bi an ha ye programs aye be ye. Na no nkyere se enu nti na ye kwai enye by election nti e wo ho dada contract no ho a na wo se ye kwa na ye nya aye e ya de a ye by election wie kura no a e kwa no ye gusu aye because me wa ha ye ne pay dama contractors no mo je no 1 year and they will be very quiet 3 days 4 days or be die for 1 year or the year day.
Now we are convinced NPP sir election we nyame aduma Tuesday we betime nya numbers na more expected.
It's easy to win this election because MPP no ma yebi media me no de enti America san say won go bi ka say nsuo nwasem nsuo bi kura na nya na se wonimu a nsuo no president Kofo and start ya nsuo na wa nwie no bi be wi so na ye media enti a me community ha ye beto abama MPP no free education because minimum say me wo fa asefo me na me hwe wo mo sa bed no na Kufu ado ba ya wode ba ya no me ni hwe wo mo biem enti manya me ho.
So that's the situation from Bodomase. Earlier also, my colleague Ohiming Terry also interacted with some more electorates in Kumawu. So we've been covering Kumawu for you ahead of that by-election on Tuesday. This is your election headquarters, and you ought to stay with us for all the details and outcome of that particular by-election in Kumawu. For now, we'll leave it here. I am Emefa Apau. Many thanks.